Hey guys, I want to do just a really casual hangout here and talk about what if World War III happens? Some people might even think that, we're already in it. Russia declares war on Ukraine. How do we trade based off these news articles coming out? Those being fundamental news, such as, earnings for companies, the S&P 500, the stock market tanking, how that actually affects crypto. A lot of times we come over here and we look at the EST1, which is the futures over here. I use the Vanguard Growth ETF to actually give me an idea of what's happening with the stock market, which I wouldn't doubt if we actually do see a drop on that pretty soon, bringing crypto down. Guys, we're getting this question a lot over emails, and I want to address it in this video. What do we do with the news articles that are coming out? Because some people thinking Bitcoin's going to have, World War III. We've got, the interest rates looking to go up. China bans Bitcoin for the 1,000th time. It's like, what are we going to do based off this strategy? And how do we trade for a living for consistent income? So I want to address these two things in these videos for those of you guys who've been around with us for a while. I won't be diving too much into the metrics this morning because I did that this morning, but if you guys want to access those, that's in the description. Feel free to do that. I want to actually open this chart up here and really just dive in and talk to you guys about this right now. Okay, let's start here. Oh man, okay, let's start. The risk management that we're using. Guys, I was just on a phone call. This was Friday, 3 days ago here. I was on a phone call with one of my friends. He's part of a hedge fund pretty much that has like $6 to $7 billion with it. Like he's one of the whales. Like he is one of the guys that has a hedge fund that's just like huge. All right. We were talking together and I kind of posed a question. This came up. How much news do you look at? And it's so funny, guys. Like we're talking about one of the whales out there, okay? Billions of dollars they have in their funds. And these guys, they trade different, they don't just trade crypto. It's just a bunch of different commodities. And I want to get his take. He's like, Travis, pretty much when the news comes out and it's very bearish and there's doom and gloom, like that's the best time to buy. And I'm like, you know what? I had a feeling you were going to say that. And it's like, I'm now talking to these guys. You guys know I've talked to hedge funds in the past that have, millions of dollars, hundreds of millions and billions of dollars. And guys, I will tell you something I'm seeing over and over and over again is that these big boys out there that really trade the market, they're not looking at news or fundamentals. Really, I understand. Let me pull this all together, guys. This will make sense. Let me play this out for those of you guys who love your news articles and all that. Okay, let's say Bitcoin comes out. We hit World War III. Some crazy things happen. God forbid, whatever happens. Okay, let's say Bitcoin tanks to $16,000. All right, what are you gonna do if that news article comes out? Either let's say it's a fundamental, or it's just simply just a news article. What are you gonna do with your money? This is why I always tell you guys, it always comes back to risk management. A lot of times, guys, I want to be careful how I say this because I'm not trying to bash anyone on this, so please hear my heart in this. A lot of YouTube channels are about showing you guys news articles that are going on because it just makes good, I don't want to say clickbait, but it gives, it's enticing to read. Like these news articles that are coming out. And a lot of YouTube channels are based around news articles. And that's not bad. But the thing is that news articles are the number one manipulation source in the entire world for the markets. The hedge funds that I'm even talking to are telling me the same thing as well. I'm like, oh, so you guys get it as well. Can you just for a second picture this with me? Chase Morgan Stanley comes out and writes an article that gets ranked on Bloomberg and Google. Let's say they write it right here, and it's an incredibly bearish article. You guys know that all of Morgan Stanley knows about the article, especially the bigger ups, before it gets published to Google, right? They are already taking positions based off of the impact they believe their news article is going to have. That's already manipulation. They wouldn't post an article out there that's really bearish and not take a stance that follows that prediction. Do you see that? Like you can't publish an article unless your company knows about the publication of the article first. So that means you can trade against that article or trade with the article, depending on how you think it's going to impact the market. That is what's called news manipulation. Okay? Let's take this into account as well. Okay, let's say interest rates go through the roof and Bitcoin just absolutely tanks. And let's go, you guys want to have fun here? Let's go to a daily time frame and say Bitcoin tanks all the way back down here. Let's say it tanks down to $10,000. What are you going to do? What are the principles at the end of the day? Guys, it will always come back to risk management. That's why you guys have not seen me pretty much pull up a single news article for almost a year now. I don't care what the news tells us. I don't care because all that's going to happen is the risk management will take over. Okay, let me say something else here. Some of you guys are thinking that the market's going to crash and it's just going to go way low, and you're thinking about selling out of your positions. Guys, let me just be really clear about this. I know this is going to be a little strong. I think it's stupid to sell out of positions, if I can say that. Let me give you guys not just as a biased opinion. Let me principle from a money management perspective tell you why. Because there's a lot of people watching this video. I don't care if you use our risk management or not. Like, let me just prove this to you guys. If you guys have gotten into any positions and you used any type of dollar cost averaging, it does not matter. Let's say you used ours just for sake because you can visually see it here. All right, let's say you put $1,000 in each of these buy limits. You have hit $3,000 worth because our third buy limit's been hit. If you guys exit this entire position right now and you set up 4 new buy limits, you guys will then get triggered into your first buy limit. Well, how much money are you going to be making on that buy limit? You're going to be making on $1,000. It is better mathematically just to keep your trade open because you're earning on $3,000 if it goes up versus $1,000. If you close your trades now and re-enter back into positions, you have to make 3 times the amount of money as it goes back up. Okay? And then I hear the people on this other side saying, well, Travis, the news articles are telling us that we're all going to crash. Okay, if it crashes, let the other buy limits get hit so you guys can get more money into the market. Okay? There's this sensationalism out there that people love looking at news articles. They love looking at things that just spike their attention because it almost makes them feel like it's more exciting. Guys, we have the highest win rate on all of YouTube, and I've never looked at a news article to place a trade. I have never looked at a news article to place a trade or to even exit a trade. It has always been with the indicators. Okay, let me transition to this. I told you guys in the beginning of the year we're working over to trading for a living. So my account balance, I'll just be totally honest with you guys, 150,000 is break even, and we're at 130,000. So let me just do a quick, let me calculate this. I think a lot of you guys are going to get good stuff out of here because we're getting this question a lot, and I really just want to drive this home. About what I see and kind of give you guys a kind of a small masterclass on this. Okay, we're down 13%. 13% is nothing. Most people are down still 50 to 60% in their accounts. We're down 13, all right? When you look to trade for a living, you have to understand that there are going to be months, just as in a normal recession in life, if the market goes down a lot, people are going to lose their jobs. And you're not going to get paid some months on your income. The same thing can happen with trading. There are going to be times where we're going to hold trades into drawdown. Here's the thing, guys. Let's pretend this is a recession, and you had people come up here and they market ordered in because they FOMO because they thought Bitcoin was going to the roof. Then you've got people like us who market ordered in here. We're only 11% away. Do you guys know that when the price goes back up here, while everyone else is still out of quote-unquote jobs, we are in jobs and we are trading for a living, and we're actually making about 30%, 31% on our money while everyone else is still out of jobs. This is how you can correlate this to trading for a living. Buy limits will keep you safer in your job, which is trading, while everyone else is still unemployed and they're trying to get back to break even to actually start making money in their accounts. Do you guys now understand and see why this risk management strategy is the best thing to use? It does not matter if we go to World War III and it drops. That does not matter. It does not matter because buy limits will take over. If it goes up, we're all going to make money. I hopefully I don't want to say this over and over again, but I'm passionate about this because I literally been thinking about this over the weekend. It's funny, my Jake, one of our employees, he brought this up and he was really passionate about it. I'm like, man, this is such a good thing you're bringing up, that like people are looking at these news articles and they're so confused. And I just want to let you guys know, holding this highest win rate over here, we've never lost a trade. 109 wins. I've never looked at a news article to place an entry. And if we're being honest with ourselves, are we not just trying to win trades at the end of the day and make money? And it comes back to, okay, if we're just trying to make money and win trades, what's the secret? Well, honestly, guys, I think one of the secrets to winning trades is not looking at any news, like actually throwing fundamentals completely out of the window. I know there's people right now that are going to be like, no, you can't do that because, it'll drop the market. Okay. Well, let me prove this to you guys again. Wednesday night is when Russia invaded Ukraine. If you guys are watching the news, it was Wednesday night. Putin was like, you know what? I'm going to make a deal. I'm not going to do it on Sunday because I want to wait till the Olympics end. The Olympics ended on Sunday, so then he went on a Wednesday night. Okay, Wednesday night was right here. This is when the market dropped. The biggest bearish article that I have seen probably within the last 6 months is literally a possible World War III. Russia invades Ukraine. Missiles are literally flying into the capital of Ukraine. The market drops. And the next morning, Morning, guys. This is what happens in the market. Come on. Do you not see the manipulation here? 16% growth, and we've only pushed into a bull market cycle after the worst news possible. This is, again, why I do not look at news articles, and you guys are being manipulated time and time again with news articles. The entire emotional index over here, guys, around news articles as well. You guys know right over here when that news article came out, when that happened, the market was anxious and fearful. That's why all the retail traders sold right here. Guess what? Retail traders sold, they lost their positions, and then institutions came in and bought this up at the bottom prices here. If you look down here, look at institutions buying this up at the lower prices, and they're pulling this back up. So guys, I'll end this video here because I think I might be getting, I don't want to just make it long, just make it long so I can try to make the point over and over again. But that's why I do not look at any news articles whatsoever. There's sometimes I'll pull out a news article just like when Elon Musk tweets, because that's just ridiculous, and he like kind of owns Dogecoin. But guys, I want to just bring this home. Use the buy limits, the risk management, and at the end of the day, this will keep you safer than any possible news article that you could look at. And I hope I'm proving this to you guys with the most bearish news article that came out probably within the last year for crypto, arguably, and we actually pushed up into a bull market, and we actually literally did a bull market formation of a low, a high, a higher low, and we're at a higher high. It's just ridiculous. So guys, hope you enjoy this. You guys get the indicators, get our membership in the description. I'm not turning this into a sales video, anything like that. If you guys want to trade with us, go to the bottom. You guys can get the price, and I guess I am a little bit here, unshamefully. You guys will get access to all the metrics here, and then you guys will also get access into the Zoom call that we do once a month, and then the masterclass videos are out, and then also the Telegram access where I call all my entries. Guys, we're about to win a trade. Like, speaking of all that we just talked about, right? So based off all this, all this bearish news going out, we're about to win another trade now on Avalanche. Look at Avalanche. Look how close we are at getting to the entry right now. Mana is another trade we're about to take a win on. Now look, guys, all these bearish articles coming out, all those fundamentals, you guys should be selling, right? Well, we're about to win some trades in here, and the market is up 12% on Solana. See how backwards it is? It's just, guys, buy limits and risk management is what it will always come back down to in the end. You can trade for 10, 20 years, have fun getting into your pump coins. You will eventually come back to risk management because it's the safest thing you guys can ever use when you trade. All right, guys, thank you for letting me be just a little bit more passionate on this video. God bless you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.